Right. So as people keep joining in, they normally join in around this time. Let's start off our satsang today, the spiral of wisdom that was started by Ma many moons ago. So before we start off, may I request Swati to
Sure,
say
sir.
the school prayer?
Good evening, everyone. O hidden light, vibrant in every atom. O hidden light, shining in every creature. O hidden love, embracing all in oneness. May each who feels himself as one with thee know he is also one with every other. Thank you.
Thanks, Swati. So namaskara and a very warm welcome to everybody here. My name is Ramesh. I'll be a host for the satsang today. And today we have some very important lessons, soul, karma, and life lessons. If we look at our School of Ancient Wisdom prayer, O hidden life, vibrant in every atom, O hidden light, shining in every creature. That hidden light is our Atma Bindu. That is who we are in essence. We are not this body. We are actually spiritual beings having a human experience. So in these satsangs, when we come together, we reconnect with that awareness and strengthen our resolve to operate in life from a more mindful space, which supports us to reach our ultimate goal of self-realization. So in our satsang today, um, which is really a very powerful topic, soul, karma, life lessons, journey of inner evolution. You can see a photo. If you look at the photo, you see the little dot of light, the Atma Bindu. Some people say that is the form. That is the form of the soul. So today, our speaker, Rachana Gudigar ji, will be giving us this topic. And a quick introduction about her is that she's from Mangalore. Rachana ji is passionate about adventures and challenges, actively involved in event management, and seeks daily self-improvement through knowledge, something that we all should. With a positive outlook on life, she confidently handles situations with grace. She has worked as a yoga therapist at the Hatha Prayoga Yoga Therapy Center, promoting healthy lifestyles through yoga and diet. As an event manager at Ashwath Events, she successfully hosted over 150 events, achieving high client satisfaction. Accordingly, she has conducted over 100 life skill and mind management sessions in schools and colleges, something that's very important in this time. And she's a fashion influencer who won Miss Incredible in 2022-23 in Kolkata and volunteers with various NGOs. Her interests include reading, orating, writing, content creation, planning and hosting events, engaging sessions, inspiring lives, pageantry, music, and adventurous activities. So her interests span both the karmic and the dharmic dimensions. So without more delay, I hand over the mic to Rachana ji. Namaskar, Rachana ji.
Yes, namaste. Thank you so much, sir, for this beautiful introduction. And adding on to this, currently I'm running my podcast channel, which is Arohana. It is in Kannada, and gradually we are expanding it to English as well. And so many interviews have already been done. Probably I could be sharing that link with you also. Thank you so much for the beautiful intro. And after 1 year, I'm very happy to be a part of this team again. Last time I have conducted a session
As
on
we are too.
mental aspects. It was all about law of attraction, manifestation, and in this 1 year, I have outgrown so much. Now when I see law of attraction, it is not a big deal at all. It is a very little certain concept. Uh, I think I have undergone a lot of hypnotherapy sessions and a lot of other therapy sessions constantly for various aspects I was going through, and that gave me a deeper insight into what is life. I was always been a seeker. So earlier, Before 2021, I was a whole different personality, and after that, it gave a lot of other turn and twists into my life. So for which I'm very grateful for right now where I am. So I'm very thankful to the universe, to the divine, to everybody. Thank you so much again for this opportunity, and I would love to share the little knowledge that I have got. Probably there can be some confusions or mistakes. If I couldn't answer here, I can answer once after I go through once again, and probably in next session I can also put it forward. So thank you. Now, understanding the topic, soul, karma, and life lessons. You already mentioned earlier, we are not just the human beings having a spiritual experience, we are the spiritual beings having a human experience. So whoever is in the session are already aware of his soul, because we are all the part of this universe and here in this earth for the experience, only for the learning. So now we try to understand what is soul. It is nothing but a pure energy. It is a sattvic, completely sattvic. It doesn't know any other culprits, nothing. It is made only out of love and compassion, love and service. Only these two are composed by this soul. So when a soul wants to learn something, it needs a school. In our school we need parents send us to school to learn, to graduate. Yeah, it is to understand, it is to learn. So same way, the nature of soul is only love and compassion, and it is on pure energetic bright light. Only that much we can say. If soul has to function in one way, then it needs something as a medium, whether it can be an animal form, either it can be a human form, or any form it could be. It needs a prakriti, we say. Yeah. So that soul and this any body experience nearly comprises a school-like ambience for that soul to learn. So when there is a saying, so there is a fact, it is also our soul has to undergo 44 lessons. So for soul has to learn 44 lessons. So if a soul has to learn 44 lessons, then imagine the amount of lifetime it has to undergo. See, we have a general tendency of saying in the sense we say there are 7 janmas, but it is not 7 janmas. But if we are in this human form, then definitely our soul might have undergone nearly 20,000 to 20,000, 50,000 lifetimes. We don't know. We never know. Starting from a crystal, it is also a form of life. Even a little algae or any green plants, whichever, it is a subtle form of that soul. And gradually after evolving, and it comes to a animal form. Can be starting from fish, and it can be a higher form of that animal, and then we are evolving into this human form. So having these many of intelligence, being in this human form, our soul will be minimum 20 to 30,000 years old. It is not just about 7 lifetimes. Okay, and we also have a new souls. There are souls which are in LKG. There are souls who are in UKG, and it can be secondary, high school, PhD level, and the senior, super senior souls also. So the nature of these younger souls, they are always behind money, power, and every materialistic aspects. All these crimes, all these criminal kind of experiences which these human forms undergo. So all these are new souls, we say. They are not aware of so many things. They don't know what is right. They're not much aware, and they're so materialistic, and that so kind of souls we say new souls. And as it advances, as it learns its lessons, and it outgrows into a better mature souls. So in a single lifetime, a soul has a plan. See, whatever the experiences we are having now, it is all written by our own self. So when everything is written by our own self, we learn everything through contrast. See, when we are going to school, probably we are writing an exam. So we know every questions that is coming in our question paper. Then we are not much bothered. We are not prepared and nothing. Just we prepare only for the exam, and we don't learn anything out of that. So in order to learn something, we have written pre-written in our soul form. We have pre-written who is going to come in as a partner, where I have to take birth, I am choosing my parents. Every soul chooses where to get born with. So every contract, everything is written, made an agreement, had a seal and everything. And soon after that, soul is taken birth in any form, it will forget everything. Because if that remembers, everything is easy. It has nothing to learn. So in order to learn, it forgets everything. So in our lifetime, whoever the persons that may come across, it can be our parents, our gurus, everything is destined by our own self, not any god. God is again a part of our own consciousness, a superior consciousness. But everything is written, predestined. So we choose who needs to be our life partner. Even if it is a breakup, then it is our own choice. Because we learn in this lifetime through contrast. See, if my lesson in this lifetime that I have chosen is to learn love, then I will be born in a family who abandon me. Continuously they will abandon me, and at last I will evolve into learning what exactly is love. So I try to become that love. So next, if my theme of this particular lifetime is to get a rich, to have a lavish, good lifestyle, then we learn through contrast. We will be born in a family which it can be in a slum, in a very poor background, and we face a lot of difficulties. And through that, we outgrow into a person, and we try to become materialistically rich. So in that way, everything we learn in this lifetime is through dark. So every person who is trying to teach us, probably I have undergone around 4 to 5 breakups, which means that he is trying to teach me something. Probably he can be the most hated person in this lifetime. I can hate somebody or too much, but in the soul world, they are the closest people in our life, because they are the one who are trying to through contrast. So it is very important to understand whatever the experiences or emotions that we are undergoing, better not to run away from anything. We need to face everything. We need to understand, be there, and understand that it is my own choice. This is my experience, and it just gets vanished. So it's better to understand everything is predestined by my soul. And coming to karma, so what is karma? It is something which we do with intention, and it also says what is my action, what is my reaction. So my action, reaction, and intention together forms our karma. And karma is also something that is incomplete. In our past life, something is incomplete, which needs to be completed. So we choose our karma in this lifetime also. And we know we have a saying, when we have a dip in Ganga, all our papas and all our karmas will get vanished. Definitely no. So each and everything will be like a paisa vasool. So every rupee is counted. If I have cheated somebody in my past lifetime, definitely I will either I'll be experiencing the same betrayal in my earlier lifetime. If not, if uh, if not, I will be experiencing the same amount of betrayal in this lifetime also. So there can be some diseases which we may experience, or some fears. Even as a child has no much exposure to no surroundings. But some souls, even as a child, it experiences a lot of fear. Something, it has stuck in their mind, because each and every detail of whatever the soul has undergone, it is already there. So it has a memory from its past life. So that one we need to heal. There are some lessons which we need to learn in this lifetime, which are half complete from our past lifetime. So we need to complete it. Unless we complete it, we will experience the same amount of situations, same kind of people, same kind of scenarios we get to experience quite often. See, it can be I imagine I'm in a relationship. So if I'm in a relationship, this something didn't work out in me and the other person, other soul. But if I didn't learn the lesson out of that betrayal, then I'm going to meet the next person who is behaving the same way, in a more harsher way. He is trying to teach me. So yeah, until and unless we learn the lesson, that particular lesson that particular situation we come across quite more often. So once we learn our lesson completely, then there is a growth, there is a higher level. And that person, we may not hate it anymore because we understand that person has come to my life to teach me something. And when we understand in a soul world, in the in this materialistic world, people are not much bothered, much aware of what is about this soul to soul interaction. So if people are more conscious that each and everything is a soul and each and everything is energy, there is nothing to complain about anything in this life, right? So we understand that there is something to learn out of that, or there is some lessons that I can look for, or it can be a blessings or only the lesson. Everything is happening in our life, either it's a blessing or it's a lesson. Only in these two perspectives, if we look into our life, there is nothing to brag about, and life becomes so simple, right? And we are not trying to escape out of this life. And unless we learn the same, if the theme of this lifetime is to learn something, if I didn't learn it and I may experience a death, then even in the very next lifetime, I continue to learn the same lesson. It need not be confined to this lifetime. It can be a 10 lifetime. If I didn't learn that lesson, that particular lesson continues to repeat. So it is not that how fast we attain that moksha is nothing but understanding, a pure understanding that everything is love and compassion, service. Only this is the only state of the particular soul and the entire being of this world. So unless we learn that, our lessons continue to experience again and again. And there is a death. When we speak about death also, it is just a dimension between this particular lifetime and the next lifetime that we are going to experience. So we celebrate birth, but we generally don't celebrate death because it is a form of human connection, attachments, and everything is associated with that. So let's say there are a particular soul. Each and every soul has 5 exits. 5 exits can be it can be in any time of that particular, in the lifespan of that particular soul. It can be right after that soul is taken birth, or it can be when it in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and even at the last stage. So entire lifetime, a particular soul has 5 exit points. So if that particular lesson soul has undergone completed all the lesson which is confined to that particular lifetime, it can take an exit. So it is not that in this particular second, this particular person will be dead. No, it is not like that. It is a timeline. Even the first exit, it has a timeline. For it, timeline can be 1 week, 1 month, or it can be a year also. So that particular timeline, at any point, if that soul chooses to leave, chooses to exit this life, then that person will be no more. And with each passing, let's say for a soul, it came across its first exit. Okay, it can be a near-death experience. We say no, the person will not be dead. It can be in coma stage or something. A near-death experience of a particular soul undergoes, but it has a lot of attachments with the people around, and it tries to stay back. Then, if that particular soul chooses to stay back, the first exit is cleared. It has escaped that first exit, which means that it also has some more lessons to learn or some more experience the soul wants to undergo in this lifetime. And we need to understand with each passing lifetime, the difficulty is increased. The soul faces more and more hardship, and challenges that soul undergoes is more and more harsher and more deeper. Now, let's say in the second exit also, soul don't want to leave this earth. Then okay, that also again passed. Then next comes the third exit, fourth exit, and the fifth exit. Fifth is the last exit, and that particular soul has to go back to its soul world. So soul world is nothing but it is our tavarmane, we say. It is our parents' home. It is the actual place for the soul. And this is whatever the earth experiences we are having is a school experience, we can say. So that particular soul, if it didn't exit at that particular exit point, then it has an option to stay back and continue its lifetime. And it is very difficult to, it is very necessary to understand that journey gets difficult to reach exit points. And there is a beautiful way how a person will be dead. There is a cord, beautiful silver cord, which is being cut between that soul world and this human world. The at the time of exit, there comes the ancestors who are our spirit guides or whoever in the soul world. They come to us, and they are verifying us. They take a review. You have learned all your lessons, right? Is it complete? Are you completely ready to come? Even if the soul is not ready, then it will take back, can come back to this life. Or else, if the soul is completely ready to leave this earth, then ancestors will give that permission, and there is a beautiful tunnel of light, bright light, and that cord will be cut. Once the cord is cut, then that soul cannot come back to this body again. And then there will be a review. This is a syllabus. This was a syllabus for this particular lifetime. Have we completed, or did we do all justice to whatever the lessons that we had to learn? If we had learned, then we will be promoted to the next level, or we can learn some other things for the next lifetime. And in that particular soul world, when the review takes place, each and everything is counted. If I did my good karma, all the karmas were good and everything was good, then I have some VIP experience. I have a VIP choice, which we say free will. If I didn't learn the lesson, whichever was meant to learn in this particular lifetime, then I have no free will. I don't have that choice. I have to take a rebirth very next time. So I don't have that option. If I have given justice to all these lessons which had to be learned, then I can have a free will. It is a VIP access. I can stay without taking a rebirth for a very long time. And if I feel like, yes, I can, this is my time, I can go and have a learnings, then yes, it can take birth. So that is a privilege the soul will get. And there is a higher stage. Once this human form, all the experiences is experienced, then the soul reaches the spirit guides, and then comes as master, then comes angel. So there are the hierarchies in this soul world as well. And they're all, guiding factors. They have understood everything is nothing but love and service. So that is the ultimate form where they get to learn. And they can also be that guiding masters also. See, they have learned everything. Still now their only mission is to guide other young souls in this human form. They want to guide us. So they come, take birth with the only two intention, to make other people understand everything is love and service. So that kind of person will become a great saint, like how Swami Vivekananda was there. He was a great soul, and just he left this earth very young, in the 39 years old. And then comes Satya Sai Baba, who again preached only love and service is final. And there are so many such higher gurus who have already realized that love and service is the only thing, and they wanted to teach us in this human form, and they did their job and they went. So it is very important to understand birth and death. Both are the factors which needs to be celebrated, But our human emotions, we are humans, and it's quite difficult to handle those pain, those sacrifices, and those attachments. It is quite difficult to deal with. Again, it is a part of our learning as well. And probably there are a lot of things we can discuss around this. I think I can take questions from you people, so that through questions we can discuss a lot more. Is that okay?
Thank you, Rachana. Yes, Rachana. Thank you so much. In fact, it's a very interesting topic. I'm sure you've opened up many questions from many people. It's a very technical topic also about the soul. And actually, believe it or not, one of our satsangis on the way to the School of Ancient Wisdom, he was sharing about how he died and came back. And he also mentioned this tunnel of light and the loved ones from many previous lives coming to receive him. So it was very interesting what you said. So Before I ask any questions, I would request others to ask their questions.
Yeah.
Please do speak, or anyone who might have doubts. I'm sure you have a lot of doubts, especially
Ah,
the areas of
now I have just given
people
a
who
brief of everything. So definitely there will be doubts and questions. So I'm just open to ask and be received.
Yes, I'm sure, for
Yeah.
example, when she said when you have difficult people in your lives who you can't stand or who you just don't like, they may be actually souls who have a deep love for you, and that's why they've given
Yes.
you the pain to help you grow. So you might have a lot of questions. Please do ask.
Please.
Hi, this is Arun this side.
Yes, sir.
Madam, okay, this the journey of the soul, how the soul happens, how the other souls meet you. Okay, that's fine. Like how to become no soul. I don't want to be a soul.
See,
What is mukti for the soul like? Like how can a soul get like the mukti?
you don't want to. You're saying it is not that I don't want to be a soul. You're saying that I don't want this human experience. Am I right? It's not because you are
Huh.
not aware what the soul is right now.
No, 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 no. See, my question is okay. See, there is a soul in the body only. So
Yeah,
it is a body is behaving good or bad with others, or so.
yes,
That is how it is. It is not the soul which want to behave bad or good with others, right?
yes,
Because I feel it is neutral.
yeah,
Okay, the memories are with the body and the
yes.
mind or whatever, some karmic these things and all. So how the soul evolves to become, dissolve into the whatever it is.
Sir, memories are not with the human body. The memories which are in the human body are only particular to this lifetime. We don't know what happened in our previous thousands of years. Okay, so that knowledge is with the soul. Okay, it is not forgotten. But and we have to understand that there are 44 lessons a soul must undergo. If that particular lesson is completely learned and everything is taken care, then that is the final stage we call moksha or mukti. That is a final stage of understanding everything is only love and service.
So how to know which out of 44 where I am now?
So there are a lot of tools. There are past life regressions. There are hypnotherapy and a lot of other tools which
Are
will.
you sure through that I will come to know which stage I am?
See. This is not a question which you can ask yourself now. What is the lesson I want to learn? The proper guidance which I can give you is be present completely. Be present and be open to receive whatever the things that you're getting in this lifetime. As you learn and as you outgrow, you will grow higher no matter what.
No, not that. See, you said 44. You have mentioned something
Yes.
which is measurable, right? 44.
That I'll give
Okay.
you a test. I'll give you a
And I want to know where am I at the first, or am I at the second, or am I at the 30th, or am I at the 44? How do I understand that? I'm
Sir,
asking.
see, I will say out of 44, it is not in the chronological order 1, 2, 3, 4 to 44. No, it can be anything that your soul taken a contract before your lifetime. This is what I'm going to learn. Okay, based on that, you're going to learn, and how you can test it, understand in your life. Unless you learn something, you have some repeated pattern. Something is happening in your life, right? It can be something similar experience with your job, with the people you're meeting, or something repeated experience, and with each experience it gets harsher and more difficult. So that is what you learn. Understand that particular is a theme for this particular lifetime. There is no chronological order. Anything that your soul chose before your birth, that will be the lesson for this lifetime. And you don't remember, as soon as you taken your birth in this lifetime, everything vanishes, and only through experience you learn what is meant to be learned.
Okay.
Yes.
I hope that answers your question, Arunji. It is not a specific, it's not like grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. We have these 44 lessons that she mentioned. It's spread across, basically. It is a set of exercises that we as souls that we choose
So
to
do you have
pursue.
names for those lessons?
Sir?
Do you have names for those lessons, those chapter names?
Chapter names, I can guide you, sir. I have a list. I can guide you.
Okay.
I have some books reference which you can also go through. Probably I will mention.
Okay, this all 44 lessons are mentioned, is it?
Yes, you can learn.
Okay.
What are the lessons that you need to understand in a particular life? A particular soul has to learn.
Soul has to learn, not the life. Life to come and go.
Not in a single lifetime, you're not going to learn all the 44. Throughout, until you get to moksha, there are 44 lessons. A single lesson can take 2, 3, 10 lifetime also. If you don't learn your lesson, the same thing will repeat.
I agree.
That's why we say a particular soul, even with a 10 lifetime, it can become a spirit guide, it can go into a higher state. It depends on how fast we are catching up and how fast we are learning our lessons. So if you don't learn our lessons, it can be even a 50,000 lifetimes.
It can be one lifetime also. You cannot say, right?
We cannot say. If you learn all the 44 in one lesson, great.
In one lifetime, you can learn all 44.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. That's it.
If that happens, then it generally doesn't happen like that. But
you don't know, like there is no evaluation, there is no barometer to evaluate. Have you learnt or not? If they have learnt it, you will not even come to know, because India is such a place. Yes. Every nook and corner of the India places, you have such a wonderful human beings who don't come to limelight at all, who cannot, don't want to get into the public life. They may be attending every second now. Even somebody is maybe finished here for 44th lesson.
Yes, 100%.
So that way, okay.
Yeah, agreed. Thank you.
Thank you, Arunji. Now, Aparnaji has mentioned in the chat. She says, "Madam, the information you provided is very clear. May we know where where it is from, the basis of all that you've said? Is the knowledge you've shared a result of some training under a guru, or is it from some books or personal experiences? What is it? Is what she wants to know."
All things are combined. My therapist, who is an amazing psycho-spiritual healer. She is Tamanna C. You can Google her. Tamanna Chanchok and Kavyal Sedani. These two are the amazing personalities in my life. And there are, as compared to here therapy, it also is Adarsh from Puttur, Adarsh Narayan and Shruti. Again, all these four are a major pillar in my healing journey and while it comes to therapy. And suggesting books, sir. Dying to be Me. You can Google or note down the books which give a proper reference to all this. Dying to Be Me. And the second one is Sounds of Silence. Can note down. And then Your Soul's Plan. That is a book which you can refer. I think these three are good enough. And there are also near-death experiences which are documented. It is practically, it is yes. So there are documented version of the near-death experience. We can also refer that. And some are my personal experience. Everything combined I have done this.
Thank you. And Janaki Ramji has asked, other than books by Brian Weiss Newton, can you suggest some good resources on the chat, including ones on the YouTube?
Refer podcast by Kavyal Sedani and Tamanna Chanchok. Amazing.
Please spell that, or if you could type it in the chat.
Probably I can share through and you can share through groups.
Sound of Silence by whom, madam?
Sir, I just forgot the name of the author. I just while noting down, I just mentioned Sounds of Silence. It is a book on this, based on the same.
And the podcasts by whom did you say, please?
Tamanna Chanchok and Kavyal Sedani. There are lots of podcasts
Tamanna Chanchok, is it?
Tamanna C. If you type Tamanna C, she has an Instagram page. Again, it is very popular, very popular. So you can learn all the whatever the things I have said. Most of it is compiled from their page also, because I follow them and it well. Yes, Chand Chok. Tamanna C is fine.
Chand, okay.
Tamanna C's interview podcast was done by Ranveer Allahabadi also. So you can refer. 2 episodes are done.
Okay. Okay. By Ranveer
Allahabadi, yeah. We are biceps,
Yeah, we are biceps, correct. Very interesting.
Yes.
Right.
Any more questions?
Okay. Now, I'm just curious to know, because this is yes, in fact, I had that question related to what Arujit is also asking. I'm very curious to know, I didn't know about this specific number of 44 lessons. Can you throw some light on that? Are there any categories of lessons that we go through?
So please pardon. 44 lessons I heard. Number of.
Yeah, I'm just curious to know, could you elaborate what might be the categories? Because reading out of a list of 44 would be a bit long, but can you throw some light on what some important lessons are
44
that we go
lessons.
through the soul
Sir, I can do
those 40?
engage. Definitely, I would love to. I can engage a separate session on that. It's a big ocean kind of topic. But definitely, it can be mainly about protecting your boundary. Probably when we consider it to this human life, it is all about protecting your own self, respecting yourself. Putting always yourself in a pedestal. It can be about understanding about love, being kind. So everything, certain lessons which are there, we get to experience only through experience. That is it.
Got it.
So I can share the 44 lessons. Again, there is a book which will be out by Tamanna C soon. You can learn more about that. Or definitely I can engage a separate session only on 44 sessions, 44 lessons. Soul has to.
That would be.
I would love to.
Yes, that would be an interesting topic for another Satsang.
Yeah.
So if anybody has any more questions, please do ask, or we shall now proceed with the remainder.
If he has any.
I have a question. I am Janaki.
Hello, sir. Namaste.
See, the main lesson we have to learn is to not to take rebirth. Yeah. That is a soul lesson.
Yes.
So what is your view on that and how to go about?
Not to take rebirth.
Not to take rebirth. The main lesson we have come here to learn as a soul is not to take further rebirths for soul lessons.
Yes, sir. So that is that is what we call moksha or mukti, Not to take, there is no more birth. And that is a final stage of understanding that only love and service is eternal, nothing else matters. So if we have to reach that stage, we need to learn all the 44 lessons, which is important. Only when we master all this experience, then we are proving that no.
What is the number? 44. Is it what's the number?
44 lessons a soul has to undergo.
44 lessons.
A soul has to learn. See, we need a master. See, when I have to call myself as a doctorate if I have as a graduate, then I have to be in my LKG, all my graduations in my school, degree, PhD, MSc, everything have to complete, right? Only then I can call myself as a doctorate, as a doctor, I can add as an initial. So when I need to go in that stage, at that level, I need to have that, particular, what is the proper word? I'm not getting it. ಅರ್ಹತೆ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ
ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ
yes
ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ
eligibility worth or eligibility maybe
probably eligibility. Yes, that is the eligibility a soul needs to
qualification
yeah. Yes, that is a criteria soul needs to.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I don't know if my voice is breaking up, or is it like that from your side? Is my voice breaking up when I speak? Because
not yours. Is it mine? Mine is the Wi-Fi connection.
Maybe it is my okay. So if anybody else has any more questions, please do ask, or we shall proceed with the next section of the satsang.
Namaste.
We can proceed to the next section of the satsang. Rachana ji?
Yes, sir.
Namaste. I have a question.
Ramavani ji. Okay. She has a question.
You broke all the belief system of
yes,
talking about karma and past life and everything. Okay. And also you included final destination of 5 death and all. I just wanted to know, had anybody felt everything, or is it documented or something?
Yes.
Because DVG says nobody has come back and told us, So I just wanted to know, is it Is it been documented or something?
Sir, in the beginning, sir itself has informed that he had a client or people who had a near-death experience and shared how that bright light cord cutting session was done. He experienced. So there is a near-death experience. See, people will be in coma for so many, for a month or something like that, and then they come back. No, it is not just a dead experience at last. So there are documented version how that near-death experiences our soul has undergone. It can be a simple incident, madam. You just escaped a severe accident. People say, we don't know how that person has survived. That is a near-death experience the soul has undergone. So people may not be remembering everything, that cord cutting or whatever the soul has undergone, that near-death experience may not be remembered by everybody. But in human life, we can experience that, right? It's just as simple as surviving an accident. Just with if a seconds of gap, we just get survived, And even it can be any form of death. Let's say recently there was an aeroplane crash. Okay.
Air India,
We had 128 people. Oh, no, 128. It
No, it
was
was 240.
Sorry, 240. I just forgot.
Yeah.
So those amount of souls, all at once, everyone was buried, and one has survived. Okay. Now entire nation is now terrified that this has happened. Now let's imagine if the souls have not decided to get to be dead as a mass. Let's say they would have been dead by accident. Somebody would have been made a suicide, or somebody would have done something might have happened to them. Then even though that airplane crash didn't happen, all those 240 people would have been dead by in one or the other way. Okay. ಆವಾಗ ಅದು ಸುದ್ದಿ ಆಗದೆ ಇದ್ದಿರ್ಬೋದು. But now, since every soul has decided to leave this lifetime as a together, then that became the news. That is the only thing. So any death it could be. It can be an accident, or it can be a plane crash, or anything. It can be a child who is being who fell from a taller building, something like that. Anything it could be. That is the sole decision of that particular soul. Okay. So what we think as a human, we feel lot of attachment. Pain is only for us, but for that particular soul, it is a liberation. That is a soul decision taken by that particular soul, and we need to respect that. Okay, unless a soul decides to leave this earth, when that particular exit comes, nobody will be dead in this lifetime. So that is a very clearly we need to understand. It can be our own parents or whoever it is. Only our emotions, only our attachments are holding us back. That's it. We need to understand.
Madam, in this Garuda Purana is all about after death, right? So they say Vaitarani river, it is red, the souls will be dragged and punished and all that. So you have any thing to talk about that?
I have not read Garuda Purana yet, sir, so I have not explored it yet. Probably next time.
So to answer Ramavaniji's question in short.
But sir, there is a concept of that punishment. See, imagine in this lifetime, somebody makes a crime and he has a lifetime death sentence, or that particular human is punished. So the same concept it is there in that. From where did we inherit from? It is from the same universe, same concept. If a soul didn't learn whatever the lesson it has to learn, and it has missed everything in a particular lifetime, it did that particular human did a rape or crime or anything, did a murder, but to be murdered is also the choice of that particular soul. But there are younger souls, new souls, whoever making all these crimes and stuff, they are all the younger souls. So there is a concept of punishment, not in that higher realm, but only in same amount of experience will be undergone by the soul in the next lifetime. But there is no such explanation in our concept as deep frying in a hot pan or something like that. We don't have that.
So to answer Ramamanji's question,
heaven and everything is in this human experience, only in this earth life. That's the only soul can learn. That's it.
Right. So to answer Ramamaniji's question, basically these are documented by the National Health Services of the UK, which is a government body, and also its counterpart in the US. They actually have documents on people who have terminal illnesses or very severe illnesses, who have actually clinically been dead in the operation theater or elsewhere, and then they've come back to life. So that is an answer to her question. Regarding this, the last point that you mentioned, Rachanaji, about the punishments that we go through. Suppose one has murdered another person or raped another person, something very traumatic. In the next life, suppose we do a lot of punya, or by some good fortune, we come across a good association.
Yes.
Will that be modified? Will that karma be modified as per our good deeds or prayers?
Yes. See, sir, there are some concepts we discuss generally. He is such a nice person, and why is he undergoing all these pain? Okay, that we empathize for that particular human. And there is one more person who does all the evil. Still, he can enjoy all the success. Still, he is successful and everything. Okay, probably everything. A soul has to complete its karma. Unless it is complete, it is not called as karma. Karma is always the incomplete aspect. Only if it is completed, then it is whole. Okay. Unless and whatever the pain I have caused to somebody in my life, unless until I undergo the same amount of pain, it can be a little extra depending on the intensity. Okay. I have to undergo the same amount of pain. Only then that particular karma is cleared. That particular lesson is learned. That creates a balance. And after that, we may have that shift. Some people, there comes a turning point in a particular lifetime. It comes a turning point in some stage. Probably that karma, whichever they have done so far, that can give the results later. Okay, once and until and unless they clear earlier ones, they cannot succeed further. That comes like a turning point, a shift. Here we say that Maharshi wrote Ramayana. Valmiki Maharshi. He was doing whatever the bad karmas earlier, but still he can become better, and we can change whatever our lessons to be learned in this lifetime through thought. Only thought is everything. If we think better and we try to do better in this lifetime, we can change our lessons also. We can change the way we live. Everything, there is a part of free will, a person or every soul that gets. If I don't want to learn a particular lesson in this lifetime, I can change the theme of life. But it won't be that synchronized. But whatever the lessons I escape in this lifetime, that will not be vanished. I have to experience again in my life, next lifetime. So instead of running away from something, it is better to experience and clear it. That's it.
Interesting. But thank you. At least we know that we have a way out if we become more self-aware.
Yeah,
that is good
it's
news
all
to
about
many
being
people.
aware, being in present, being in aware. We have nothing, no pain, no happiness. There is no proper imbalance. Everything is the experience. That's the only thing. Earlier I had that mindset. I'm very still. I'm the one who doesn't entertain that concept of marriage, or I don't want to get married. That's the kind of mindset I had till some extent. And then when I understood all these concepts, if something is meant to happen, something is a destiny I have chose for myself, then why should I run away from that? Unless I consider it as a happy or painful aspect, just consider only it as an experience and only as a lesson. That's it. Being more aware and being more present. That's it.
Thank you, Rachanaji. I think
Hello.
we've just.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
Yes,
hello.
Nilesh ji. Hello.
What are those? Can we have the names of those 44 lessons?
Sir, I have already given answer to this. Probably in my next session, I can deal with only 44 lessons. It's a huge topic, but I can give a broad lesson. It can be being kind, being generous, or it can be protecting your boundary. It can be a simple aspect a soul has to learn, but it may take years. let's say you are betrayed by a person in this particular, it can be in a business or it can be in your love life or family life. Now you didn't understand your lesson, and there comes the next person. He brings out the same lesson to you. So to learn a particular lesson, you may take an entire lifetime. You may learn it within a year. It depends. So as fast as you learn the lessons which is meant to learn, then you outgrow. Uh, I can send you the reference, probably the YouTube link or the proper references. I can send to sir or madam. They can forward it to you.
Okay.
Or I can take a separate
Yes,
session
please.
on those 44 lessons separately.
Okay.
Sorry to drag it further. Sorry, Ramesh.
Sure.
See, but Duryodhana's, Kaurava's case, it is, how do you counter it, madam? They have attained Swarga and Pandavas were, not given that boon.
I'm not much
Krishna
up.
says, just last minute he took the name of Krishna and he got liberated. Throughout the life, he did all the bad deeds.
Okay.
But in Bhagavata, he says just one word he uttered at the last time. Krishna, sorry, and he attained mukti. Like, how do you say this? How the 44 lessons come into the picture here?
I can't give a right answer to this because I'm not much aware of this.
No, just even I'm like, just not to prove you something, but that's how it is. Because your each answer triggers some more questions, and there are so many
I have
things
think I have
one brain.
more of this again.
You are so kind but generous, Saras.
Earlier, it happened in Satya Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, in those times, right? So whatever you say, our time it was like cruel people were separate, good people were separate, and then came cruel people were in at beginning, cruel people in the separate loka, good people were in separate loka. Then in next particular yuga, all the cruel and evil and good people, they started coexisting. And when we say in Kali Yuga, all the cruel and all the good, it is only in a single body. Okay, it is not separated from each other. So when we have that, probably he might have got that moksha just by uttering Krishna, but we can't. Probably that is a broad view I can give, but
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so
proper
much.
answer to this.
Thank you so much.
Yes. That was a good question, by the way.
Yeah, definitely an interesting question. So now we probably can move on to the next part. Rachana ji, I think we've just about completed the questions.
Yeah.
Unless Indresha ji has any question. Indresha ji, we will cover the 44 points in another satsang. And meanwhile, because it is quite voluminous. So meanwhile, if Rachana ji can give us the link to the YouTube link or other material that elaborates on the 44 points, that would be useful.
Right. Okay. Okay, sir. Thank
We
you.
might even post it later in the School of Ancient Wisdom WhatsApp group, if not here.
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Welcome, Indresha ji. And I would also like to collect your book. I forgot to ask you when I met you yesterday.
Should I repeat the name of the books?
No. I think we've written it down. Your Soul's Path, Near Death Experience, podcasts by Tamanna Chand Chok.
Yes.
And the her interview by Ranveer Allahabadia, that is Wear Biceps. And Dying to Be Me, Sounds of Silence.
Your Soul's Path. One more book. Your Soul's Path. There are lots of interviews of Kavyal Sidani and Ramanna. They're just wonderful. And you can follow their page in Instagram. There are a lot more contents and insights available. You can.
Your Soul's Am Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
We can proceed to the next section of your satsang, Rachana ji. I think questions are all over.
Okay.
You said you wanted to take some questions before you move on to the next section.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in being in this human form, let's always understand anything wrong a person does to us. Let's try to understand what is this person trying to teach me. Okay. What is a particular lesson? What is something that is triggering within me? Instead of focusing now more on souls, let's understand we souls as a human form, how we can deal better with the situations. Okay. So understand everything is soul, everything is energy, everything is destined by our own self. Then it is quite easy to handle every situation. And whenever these situations like death or near-death experiences or something traumatic that happens, understand that this is always a learning. And as we outgrow through our experiences, that particular thing, whichever has happened in the earlier, we consider it as like a blessings, right? Probably, let's say I had a very attached relationship with this particular person. Now, that particular person is not meant to be in my life. For throughout, no individual is meant to be in our life throughout. Every person comes to our life for a season, for a reason. So understand there can be some soul connections. Okay, we have like soul family, soul tribe, soulmates. We say twin flames. See, who are these soulmates? When we talk about soulmates, it can be anything. Soulmates need not be only our partners. Soulmates can be our parents, our children who is going to take a birth, or it can be our guru or whoever it is. But whenever we meet a soulmate, there is that instant spark. I know this person somewhere. So that even if we speak just for 5 minutes, we feel like there are years of bonding with that particular person. That is what we call a soulmate connection. And that particular soulmate, they come in our life to help us in one or the other way. That belongs to us in the same soul family. That soulmates need not be our relative or anybody. Okay. Whatever the family that we chose to take birth, it is because that particular ambience is helping me to learn this particular lesson. That is where my soul has taken that particular decision. Now coming to twin flames. Have you heard of this concept called twin flames? Twin flames is nothing but a soul which divides into two. It is the same mirror, My own soul, it just gets divided into two, so that simultaneously it tries to multitask. So I can learn this lesson also. I can also learn this particular the other lessons. But that particular scenario is quite rare because twin flames. People try to manifest twin flames. I'm wondering why. Don't try to manifest twin flames because let's say you have a cousin or you have your best friend. Twin flames is like your own extended version of that particular extension. Okay. Now, if you are sitting in a particular class and if we are sitting together in the sense we never learn our lesson. So, the purpose of taking birth in this particular lifetime is to learn our lesson, right? So, if we don't learn our lesson, then the entire lifetime gets wasted. Then there comes that universe plan where something will happen between these two twin flames and they get separated because they have to learn their own lessons individually. So twin flames will never last. And then comes karmic connections, who comes to clear that particular karma in our lifetime. So that people comes from our past. Let's say a person has given me a 1 lakh loan in my earlier lifetime, but I haven't cleared it. Now, in this particular lifetime, there comes one or the other situation where I have to repay to that particular person. Or it can be an unfinished love that has been yet to give. Or what I have done something to that person in my earlier lifetime, and now I have to experience the same intensity of pain. So that particular person comes to clear that particular karma. So That is what we call karmic connection. Not always beautiful, but something it comes to clear that particular karma so that we outgrow that particular situation. And every soul in that soul world, our own ancestors, there can be higher guides. There is a angel guides for every souls. There are angel guides, so they will guide us in every form. Probably in your dreams, you might be realizing. Uh, we feel like out of nowhere, we feel like a jerk. There is a saying in these particular books. Also, you may get the reference where it says they tries to come and hug us. It is not always evil. They try to communicate in one or the other way, so they are always with us. So in case if you want to truly want to get that particular guidance from that higher soul, you can manifest it. You can have a prayer, or there are mediums. When I say Tamanna Chanchok, she is a psycho-spiritual healer. So she is the one who connects to those particular ancestors, whoever it can be, our parents who are already dead. She can connect and give whatever the message, if they have to give us, they can give. But it is not always recommended. Why? Because they have cleared one set of karma and they have already in their soul world. It is not always good to get them back to this particular experience. But if there is any particular lesson, any particular guidance we need to get from them, then it is also possible. And it is not always 100% guaranteed, because if that higher, whoever is in higher body, higher soul level, who was our parents earlier, probably if they have not learned their lesson in a good way, then they might take a rebirth right after their death. So they may not be able to access to that particular spirit. And if not, if they have done all their karma and if they have that VIP access where they can take enough time until their next birth, then that particular communication is also possible to be done. And generally, when we speak about souls in this human realm, you can experience a particular kid. Probably he chants Bhagavad Gita like the entire chapter. We wonder how come all this knowledge a particular soul can be having. So then we need to understand. In this human realm, we can be elder, we can be in our age of 50, 60, 70, whoever it is. But we don't know. As a soul, I can be a very young soul who is chasing all the materialistic stuff. But that kid who is born, who is just for 1 year old, 2 year old, not just a 10-year-old, probably it can be a very old soul, highly experienced than us. So as a parent, I cannot say, I am the elder to you and you have no experience. We cannot say that, because soul has its own set of learning, soul has its own set of, all the experiences. It can be way more older than what we are. So with this, what we can understand that we cannot discriminate anybody. We cannot put down anybody, because each and every soul is potentially good, potentially it is here in this lifetime to have an experience. It can be a beggar on who is at the streets, or it can be someone who has lost its Angavaikalyam, who have become disabled, or it can be a super rich personality, or whoever it is. Each and every soul is potential enough, and each and every soul is good enough. So when we are in this journey of seeking, and we are in this journey of this lifetime, it's always better to drop all our judgments. That person is good, this person is bad, he is like that, and all those concepts which we do. Please drop those judgments and never judge anybody. So when you understand each and everyone as a soul, when you consider them as a potential soul, then we have nothing to brag about, nothing to complain about. Everybody is good enough. Just they are completing their own karma. Probably the pace at which the particular soul learns can be different. A person can be, you may feel very traumatic in your life, because feel pity for that person, because he is learning, he has to learn a lot of things out of his life. So if you are not learning your life lessons, then you can be toxic for somebody else also. So it is always better and have that better understanding that what can I learn out of this, what is this situation trying to teach me. So have that broader perspective and never judge anybody. Have that proper sympathy, love, and that kind nature within you, develop all that. Probably whoever is in this satsang session probably will have the similar kind of frequency and everybody is resonating with that. So I think it's all about love and compassion and service. Try to inculcate more and more of that. And don't be in that depressed mode, in that overwhelming mode, because understand everything is experience. He is a part of my life. He did betray me because he taught me something. He taught me how to respect myself. He taught me how to love myself. So when I take the entire perspective in a different way, probably we can have a way better life with no complaints, I believe. So probably if you have thought of this, I can answer.
Right. Thank you, Rachana ji. So if anybody has any questions now, please do ask. Okay. So I have a question, Rachana ji. You mentioned about what was it now? Is it useful? The question was, is it useful to alert people on what lessons they are going to, they are meant to go through in this life? Is it useful to do that? Because sometimes, if they get to know that in this life you have to, learn the lesson of forgiveness, or learn the lesson of unconditional love, or learn the lesson of surrender, it might become easier for that person to go through this life, and they can take a break from all the trauma.
So it becomes an escape, sir. So you can't learn. See, when I know this is what I want to learn out of this lesson, that's why we forget. As soon as we take birth, we forget all the contracts, because we have to learn only through experience. So if I know this is what I'm going to learn, already if I know that, then I'm not going to learn. I'm trying to escape. So in next lifetime, I have to learn the same lesson. That's the only thing. So it is better not to track what I'm going to learn. But when we are more aware, we will understand. This is what I'm trying to. This is what the situation is trying to teach me. And when something is constantly repeating in a kind of pattern, then we need to understand this is a lesson that I need to understand. This is a lesson which I need to learn. So becoming more aware and present is the only situation to be in this situation.
Which means that the wisdom that we glean through our lives by ourselves, from within ourselves, is the most powerful lesson.
Which is more powerful. We can also see and look out of somebody's life, and there also I can learn. That is also a quick way to learn faster. We can learn faster, but the thing is that we need to learn. Either it can be learning out of watching somebody's experience or learning out of my own life. We will have to learn. And universe will also test it, If I am setting my boundary so high, and once again, I come across the same situation once again. Okay. But then how fast we tackle that, how fast we come out of that situation, that's where it detects, yes, I have learned my lesson. If our lesson took 5 years to learn, and when very next moment, if I get the same experience, same situation again, I can learn just within a week, or I come out of that situation way quicker. So that's where we learn, yes, I have mastered this situation.
Thank you. Thank you for that information. In fact, because it gives us access to, one, accept what we're going through, and two, to learn, to even learn internally how to overcome that. That really is the very powerful. Started taking a step back and realize that it is all these lessons are given to them in a space of love and truth, which they themselves have chosen before they are born. It will really make a big difference in their lives.
Yes.
So thank you for opening our eyes to that. I believe we've now come to the end of our satsang, and I don't see any more questions. If there are any more questions, please do ask now.
If there are any questions, yes, please. And if any feedbacks, I just need a random feedback from people around, or whoever is in the session. They can just give a quick feedback so that I can improve myself in my upcoming sessions.
Sorry, just one question.
Yes, ma'am.
Can this whatever 44 lessons be learned through spiritual sadhana?
Can be learned only through experiencing it. Only through learning it, you will learn, ma'am. And there is no escape. If I do puja all day, even if I do all the rituals, see, it can be a person can be doing all the puja for the entire day, all the satsangs or whatever a person can be doing. But if he's not learning the lessons out of it, then that particular soul will not grow. That particular soul cannot evolve. Only through learning, only through experience, it can be mastered. That is ultimate.
No, spiritual sadhana I meant was like through meditation, wherein you become one with the Paramatma, then you learn a lot of lesson without experience.
Yes.
So that is what I was trying to.
That makes your learnings be easier and way more faster when compared to others. They are a tool to make your learning faster. That way you become more aware, you are more present. If you are practicing all those meditations and all the spiritual sadhanas, it makes you be more aware and be open, you are surrendering, and all the lessons which you need to learn becomes easier for you to learn.
Thank you. Namaste.
Yes, namaste.
Very true. In fact, yes,
Sorry to
I'd
interrupt,
like to
madam.
add here one. Yes, please,
Please go
Arun.
ahead. Yeah, see, this is puja. By doing puja, you cannot. I disagree, madam. There are so many sages who have been doing only bhakti marga or the kriya marga. They have attained. Well, you cannot say that, you cannot attain by doing everyday puja. You can. That is also one of the way of attaining this one. You cannot nullify that. What? Because you have Guru Raghavendra Swami, you have Madhvacharya, you have Shankaracharyas. They have been, they have preached, they have practiced.
Yes, I'll add on to this, sir. See, in that particular lifetime, that person chose a Raja Marga, your Bhakti Marga, or whatever. In this particular lifetime, or whichever the sage was in that particular lifetime, we don't know what was their past, what was their past learning, what was their past life. It can be thousands of thousands.
Yeah, I agree. But I just wanted to tell you, you cannot say that you cannot.
And
by doing that, you cannot know.
Yes.
By doing that, also you can. That's what I wanted to convey. That's it.
By doing that, it makes your learnings easier.
Yeah, that's how it is. By doing everyday puja, also you can attain. By now not doing that, by doing meditation, also you can attain. By not doing anything this, even like Kanakadasas, just bhakti marga, just like Shabari, just a bhakti. That also you can. There is, what I felt is like there is no formula that if you do this, you attain this. No, it is it is yet to be decoded.
Yes,
it is yet to be decoded because whatever books you referred, it is their experience.
Yes.
Getting my point? So I don't want to copy that experience with me so that I'll nullify my fresh experience.
Yes,
if
sir.
I read those books, what happens? I start copying them. Oh, this is a formula. I'll have this flaps, beside my eyes, like. So I may miss what is naturally decided for me. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry if I've spoken more.
Yeah.
No.
No problem.
Thank you.
Just that those particular tools have helped them in that particular lifetime. So, okay. But that particular soul has undergone lot of experiences earlier, which we are not aware of. That's what I'm trying.
That's what.
Okay.
Even whoever doing in this Janma pujas, they would have undergone so many things last Janma.
Yes.
You don't know.
They are the kind of personalities, sir. That is a kind of souls which are already have completed all their learnings. Okay. But only way they come take rebirth is that only to preach that love and compassion, only service, only that is the ultimate thing that they have taught. So
true. 100% agree.
When you understand all through Bhakti Marga, through Raja Marga, through Karma, Kriya Yoga, or whatever, whichever the forms they choose in that particular lifetime, I think it is only to preach only love and service is eternal. That is it.
True. Very much true. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think in short, basically, each soul has a different path, and different things work for different people. But ultimately, I think I believe that if we are in a space of silence, whatever sadhana we do, also. And I remember when I was serving at ISKCON, they would talk about bhakti, and they would say that suddenly information can be released to you if you are really if you have graduated, if you have been in the Bhakti Marga for long enough, you get that connection. It goes beyond Sataguna, and you are raised to the Deva Balam stage where intuitively you start getting information or how to conduct yourself. So in that manner, it's also possible. I remember in transcendental meditation, there was a very interesting experience that I had. I remember in ISKCON, for example, they would say when you're chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you have to make sure that your mind is focused and you have to keep chanting. If your mind gets distracted, just bring it back and keep chanting. I think don't allow your mind to be distracted. And many of my friends would sometimes fight with their own minds because the different thoughts will come and they will get distracted, and they will beat themselves up and say, no, this is wrong, and I have to get back to the mantra. Now, in transcendental meditation, there was a very, and the moment you sit, I even do the rangoli in front of the house. My people might laugh, your wife is supposed to do, but I do it because I know that rangolis have a power. And if you do it with a certain intention, it protects the house. But that itself has become like a meditation for me, like a doodle, like they call mindless doodling. The mind, it stills the mind. So every activity that is stilling my mind, that ritual is becoming a space for me that I enter. Like even having a cold water bath. Initially, it shocks the system. But then, as you allow the water to go down your back, the cold water, maybe if you can't handle it, you can start with hot water and then go to cold. But it starts activating that cold water activates the vagus nerve, in the vertebral column. You will suddenly realize that that itself can be like meditation because initially that shock what you experience is actually electrical signals being sent to the brain. And if you start observing that, your mind stands still. So in transcendental meditation, they say that when your body is sitting and it's relaxing, the mind is also connected with the body and it starts relaxing. At that time, deep thoughts that are deep in your consciousness start coming to the surface. And if you then go back to the mantra, they give a mantra. You don't beat yourself up. You just gently go back to the mantra, bija mantra, and those thoughts go away. So it seems these thoughts are also connected with the prarabdha karma. So that is one way to actually reduce the impact. You can't escape it, but reduce the impact of that prarabdha karma. Where you're supposed to break a leg, you'll just escape with a scratch. So such things are possible, but it only is if you have at least finished 50% of your karma and you become more self-aware and in a space where you can learn your lessons. That is when this kind of modification, nice little sweetening of your karmic impact starts happening. Only when you come to a stage where you can self-realize these points at least.
Very
So
true.
yes, yeah, it can help. Puja, even a puja can help, but the idea is you do it with all your passion. You do it with full joy. If you don't do it with full joy, also just the remembrance that oops, I'm not experiencing full joy. My mind is being distracted. That itself is enough. You'll suddenly bring yourself back. And when you look at your Ishtadeva, you look at the little Vigrahara, or even just a cross, it could be anything. Or you close your eyes and do the azan. All that is a self-centering exercise where the mind is stilled and the growth starts happening at your own pace.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you for allowing me to share that. Aparnaji, thank you. Yes, thank you for your best wishes. So now we've come to the end of our satsang. If anybody else has any more questions, you may ask now, or else we will now close our satsang with the Loka Samastha. Okay. It looks like our questions are now completed. So before we move on behalf of the School of Ancient Wisdom, thank you so much, Rachana ji. It really was a satsang. If you observe what we've done today, you have opened our hearts and minds up to the very fact that we are all souls who are going through this human experience, and we come with our prarabdha karma, lessons in life that we have to learn, and we have to even discover what those lessons are. Many of us wouldn't even know. So the best way to discover it is through your own self-inquiry. You put in the effort. It can't be given to you in a book or as a formula. You have to seek the answers for your lesson, and that's the best way to learn. Thank you so much.
Yes, I'm honored and I'm happy. I think it was a beautiful reminder for myself also. So whatever I do share with others, I put a reminder to myself, become aware, be more present. That's how I become more aware. So thank you so much. I think after 1 year, it was an in-depth conversation which we had. I feel very happy because I have outgrown and I have learned a lot of things in my journey as in just 1 year. So thank you so much for providing a
Your voice is
platform
breaking
where
up.
I can put my thoughts and we can have a good discussions. So thank you so much
Right.
for creating this platform. Thank you for hosting me. Thank you. And whoever is the participants here, if they can have any feedback, if they have any thoughts, please. If anyone would like to share or wants to share something, they can kindly share the things. Arun sir and
No, I think very perfect. Very wonderful session. Thank you so much. All the best for your
thank you for
further
asking
journey.
questions. So thanks for the questions that you have asked. It was good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Probably some connectivity issue.
I think we lost the connection, madam.
Yeah, he might join back. Right.
Yeah, they would definitely. We lost Ramesh. He's back now.
Yeah. Sorry, I believe my connection is unstable. And yeah. So thank you so much. Actually, we should be saying thank you to you, Rachana ji. So I think we're looking forward to your 44 lessons in another satsang. So I hope I'm audible now.
Yeah, very much, Ramesh. Very much.
And
Okay,
whoever is in Arohana, so
right.
I watch them.
Right. So let us all, we've come to the last section of the satsang. Let us all sit straight with our back, neck, and head aligned and take a nice deep breath and let go. Just think of your loved ones and those who you want these prayers sent to, because prayers, when we do group prayers like this, they're very powerful. Remember their names and what ailments they're going through that you would like them to recover from. And also send out healing messages, healing prayers for the world at large. Take a nice deep breath, let go, and observe the silence within. लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Thank you, everyone. It was lovely meeting so many of you yesterday at Mahamani's Founders Day celebrations. So let's meet again next Thursday, as we always do at the same time in the same place. Once again, thank you, Rachana ji, and looking
Thank
forward
you
to
so much.
our next.
Thank you. Yes.
Hari Om.
Hari Om, that's it.
Hari Om.